Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisahealyourself, and today we are going to talk about stage 5 of brain retraining. This is the final video in the brain retraining sequence here. And so for those of you who have followed it, there's many different ways that you can retrain the brain. In the last video, I've given you the actual process. And stage 5 is really getting into the feeling. The feeling is what heals you. The feeling of being healed, the feeling of having joy, love, good vibrations, this feeling state is really what's going to make the difference. It pulls you out of your current reality and into a new reality. So it's the feeling that you want to get to. So I know a lot of you, right? You're thinking, I can't do this. Go back to stage 1. Go to stage 2, go to stage 3, right? Stay on stage 4 for a long time. You may not get to being able to feel those emotions of feeling healed because you have symptoms that are ravaging you. I get it. But whenever you get a break in them, whenever you have a moment of clarity, or you feel good, or you have a break, or your symptoms are less, that is when you hit it hard. You say, I am healing. See, I am healing. I'm healing. This is working. Every time you feel some success, some relief, you blow that up. You really get into the feeling then and there. Don't wait to practice. Don't wait for a moment. Right then and there when you notice it. I am healing. This is working. I can do this. I believe this. I believe in myself. I am healing. I am going to be healed. Okay? You say it with conviction, because it's the conviction that is really going to get you there. It's that belief, right? It's not just the feeling, it's the belief that comes along with the feeling. It's that conviction, okay? So that's what we're going for with all the brain retraining, with all the steps along the way, and watch steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're aspiring to get to this feeling and to stay in this feeling, because in this feeling, you are healed. You are the new healed person that you want to be. So that's where we're trying to get to. But even if it's better, like really blow it up, find those successes and use that moment to grow your belief and your conviction in the fact that you are going to heal. Okay, so that's really important. Now, if you cannot get the feeling, let's talk about this. Go back and look at stage 1, look at stage 2, look at stage 3, look at stage 4. You may not be able to get to the feeling, but there's many things that you can do to do something. And if you can't get to the feeling, the best thing you can do is just take a new action, because we're trying to break brain patterns. We're trying to break state patterns. We're trying to break these automatic responses, right, that are happening within your autonomic nervous system. So we want to break the neurons that are firing together and wiring together. So anything that you can do to take an action to change that pattern is a good thing. You don't have to get the feeling. You don't have to get the state. That's what we're ultimately working towards. So anytime you can, blow it up, get your conviction and your beliefs good. But if you can't, just take an action. These are the actions that you can take that will retrain your brain, not as fast as getting that feeling state, but they do retrain your brain. So the action that you can take, okay, if you notice you're having a thought, or if you notice you're having an emotion or fixation on body sensations, or you're losing your power or conviction or belief in yourself, whatever is happening that you notice, you become aware, you try to brain retrain, just take a new action. Okay, so you can do somatic tracking. If all you're doing is fixating on the symptoms and you're like, I can't stop, just break that pattern of saying I can't stop and say, okay, I'm going to do somatic tracking. I'm going to allow these symptoms. This is something new I'm doing. Instead of trying to fight them, instead of trying to flee them, instead of saying I can't deal with them, we're going to say I can deal with them. I am strong enough to feel these feelings in my body. And then we sit and we do somatic tracking exercise. Okay, that is brain retraining, because instead of saying I can't and trying to fight yourself, you're saying I can. I'm a big enough container to house these feelings. These feelings will not last. They will end, and I can feel them. That is brain retraining. So do somatic tracking. Do meditation. If you're having thoughts out of control, do meditation. Clear your mind, right? Focus on something that's in the present moment, like your breath, right? Like your breath. Bring back to the present moment. So instead of getting entangled with your thoughts and letting them spiral you downhill, get grounded in the present moment with breathing and meditation. Okay? You can do a guided meditation. There's thousands of them on the internet. You can pick one. I have some. Okay. You can journal. If you're getting really entangled with your emotions, take an action. Don't just let the sadness and the overwhelm and the despair and the helplessness and the hopelessness pull you down. Write about it. Journal about it. Try to feel those feelings. I'm strong enough to feel these feelings. I'm going to feel them. I'm going to allow them. I'm going to investigate them. I'm going to really allow myself to express these feelings and get them out of my body. I don't need to suppress them. I don't need to hold them in. I am going to allow them out. Do a big journal session where you write everything. Nothing is off limits. You write as fast as you can. You get every feeling out of your head. Get out of your body. This is brain retraining. This is something new that you're doing with those emotions instead of, trying to hold them in, trying to hold them down, getting worried about them, letting them spiral. We're releasing them. So journaling, meditating, somatic tracking, breathing, these are all things that you can do. So any action is a different action. It's different than you were doing. That is brain retraining. So even if you can't access that feeling, even if you can't, do the full brain retraining process like it's meant to be that I show you in stage 4, you can just take a new action. And all these actions are great actions. You can exercise, okay? So you can say, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to try yoga. What? I can't get out of bed? Okay, I'm going to try a bed yoga. Believe it or not, you can find many of these on the internet. I'm going to do something that proves to myself that I can get up. I can do something. I am stronger than I believe. I'm going to do something. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to get outside. That's also another action that you can take if you're just sitting there ruminating. You can change your environment. So if your pattern is to do the same thing, to be in the same location, to do it all day, every day, you can do something different. If you're bed bound, you can open your windows. You can move out of your bed. You can go in a recliner out on the balcony. You can change physical locations. You can go somewhere new. You can say, I'm going on a holiday. I'm going to a different place. I'm going to a different house, or I'm going to a different room. I'm going to change my environment somehow, some way. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going to sit outside. I'm going to change my physical location. That's a change. Instead of doing the same thing, we're disrupting the pattern and we're giving ourselves a new environment. Okay. You can change your senses. So no matter if it's like a sound, taste, smell, feeling, or sight, you can change all of those. So sight would be part like look at something new, look out your window, look at nature, look at the horizon, watch the birds, look at something new, watch something different on the internet. You're just scrolling over the same things, doing the same things. Go watch something that you've never watched before. Watch a funny cat video if you've never watched one. Do something different. Look at something different. Watch a flower. Look at pictures. Look at old pictures of you when you were happy. Look at pictures of other people when they were happy. This is the sense of sight, the sense of feel, right? We can move textures. We can feel different textures. We can feel wet, right? And dry. We can feel all of these things, soft, rough, wet, different, change something. Change the feeling of what you're actually feeling. Get if you're feeling pain all over your body, tickle it. Use your arms. Get one of those tickle devices and all the way up and down. Change the sensation physically, okay? You're feeling pain, change it. Make it feel super good and super tingly and super light, okay? If you're feeling tension, make it feel light, okay? So the feeling, taste, you can change what's in your mouth. You can chew on a lemon. You can do something to change that brain state that you're in through taste. Sounds, you can put on nature sounds. You can put on classical music. You can put on upbeat pop music. You can listen to nature. You can listen to running water. Sounds, sound therapy, right? bell therapy. There's lots of different sound therapy online. You can do anything to change the sound. So we can do this. We can change the smell, the taste, the sound, the feel, right? We can change our movement. We can change our environment. We can change our stimuli. So at whatever temperature you are, you could literally go out and put your feet in cold snow. You get an ice pack, put it on you. You could change something physical about your physical temperature or anything like that. That goes along with like the tickle, whatever. So anything like that. Okay, you can do somatic tracking, meditating, journaling, exercise, making a healthy meal, eating healthy food. Anything like this is going to be an action, a new action, is breaking an old pattern. And that retrains your brain. And then the last thing you can do is you can do like a hobby, or you can focus on something new. Focus back on life. So focus on your life. Get involved in what you're doing. Play with your kids. Read a book. Cook a meal. Draw a picture. Get involved in the moment in some way that changes your focus, your laser focus, or your thoughts or your emotions. Change it in some way where you have to change it by doing something else. And those symptoms might come along with you. Those emotions might come along with you. Those things might come along with you, but still taking the action is saying, no, I'm going to do this. Even if you come along with me, you won't be here forever. I'm going to do this. And just keep on trying to focus on the new thing. It can be something super small, even doing housework, doing laundry, cleaning a room, organizing something. It can be anything. It could be watching a TV show that you don't normally watch because you're fixated or you're in a different pattern. Do anything to just like get out of what you're doing, but you want to make sure whatever change you make is making a positive difference. Okay, it's a state change. It's a shift of attention, something that is going to be good for you, that's going to be healing for you, that's going to be healthy for you. But mostly we change our attitude. We say, no, I'm not doing this. I feel you. I see you. We're doing all these things. Even if you don't change, I'm changing. And I'm going to choose to believe. Here's the other thing. Even if you can't feel the belief, even if you can't feel the emotion of changing the belief and what it feels like to be healed, and you can't say like, I am healed and believe it because you can't feel it, you can try to just change your conviction by saying, I will heal. I will heal, okay? With conviction, with belief. Okay? You can't say, I am healing, because you don't feel it. You can't say, I am healed, right? But I will heal. I will heal. I am going to heal, no matter what, period. Change your conviction. Just say something different to yourself. All these thoughts are coming in, all these emotions are coming in, all the sensations are coming in, whatever it is, you say, no, I will heal. I am going to heal. And then you just break that pattern with conviction and belief. Even if you can't feel it yet, you can start to build your conviction. One of these days when the symptoms are lower, you're going to say, I am healing. Instead of saying, I will heal, you can say, I am healing. That's when you blow it up. I am healing. This is working. And then as you get even better, I am healed. I'm coming closer to being 100% healed. I can heal all the way. I am going to heal 100%. So it's a gradual progression, but when you're at your worst, you can even say, no, I will heal, period. That's it. That's all. I will. And build your belief and conviction that you will one day. Remember, when you start to get any sense of relief, any moments of betterness, I am healing. This is working. I am. Build your conviction. With each better, like I am, it's happening. It's working. I'm almost there. I'm almost fully healed. Like whatever. You want to blow these things up and work towards the belief that you are healed and the feeling of feeling good in your body and healed. You may not be able to do it yet, but you can do all these things. Brain retraining works by just shifting the patterns, canceling the patterns, doing something new, and believing in yourself. So even if you don't believe it yet, just practicing with conviction and belief, saying, I will heal. I will find a way. This isn't going to be me. I know this will end. I know I'm going to heal. I will heal. Against all odds, I will heal. Whatever it is that you can say with conviction and belief, we start to build it, and then we just do all the other things. It's even a fake it till you make it. It's just take an action. If you can't do the full brain retraining that I shared in the last one, if it's not working, you can't feel a feeling, you can't hold your attention, whatever it is, you just you say with conviction, I will heal, and you take an action. You take a new action. Turn your brain in a different direction. Okay, everything may come with you. You may not feel like it's working at first, but remember, reality doesn't reflect instantaneously. It takes time. Like someone who goes to the gym who says, I'm going to get healthy, and they mean it, it still takes time. It still takes months for that to manifest, even if they are never going to go back, right? Somebody who says, I'm going to be a non-smoker. I am going to quit smoking, okay? And they don't have a cigarette, and they believe it, and they're not going to do it. Their conviction, they have that conviction. They're still going to feel that withdrawal. They're still going to feel the urge, like that physiological part. It still has to play itself out. So reality isn't going to reflect this immediately. It's going to take time. But what we don't want to do is start to fall down those spirals, is to start not to believe, is to start to say the negative things to ourselves, is to start to stay stuck in a pattern, not try to change our state in any way. It's just little things. Build yourself up little at a time. It's hard. I know it is. But if you stay stuck in the same thoughts, whatever you're saying to yourself, reality, it's going to keep projecting and playing out on itself. You have to do small things, and don't worry that you don't see it reflected right away, because these things take time to catch up. They really do. So you're going to have to practice this over and over. Okay. So we're working our way up to that feeling. That is the ultimate. If you can do that brain retraining process and put yourself in a state and feel those feelings, then do that. That is going to work. The healing is in the feeling. But if you can't, just take an action and believe something with conviction. Even if it is, I will heal one day. I am going to heal. I won't give up. Whatever conviction and belief that you can take that turns you in the direction of healing. I hope that this has been helpful. Please remember, there are small things that you can do in stage 1 and 2. Please go back and watch these often. This is an overall thing. It's all of it. It's everything. Retraining your brain means creating a new reality, means becoming somebody new, thinking differently, having different beliefs about ourselves, wanting different things, doing different things, taking different actions, thinking different thoughts, just repetitively saying, no brain, we're not doing this anymore. We're not going to be sick forever. We are going in this direction. Like it or not, we are going to heal. You're going to do this. And yeah, it's hard. So give yourself that time to feel those feelings of this is hard. Write it out, journal on it. I can't, not focus on these feelings. Great, then focus on them with a neutral perspective. Remember, you're big enough. It's okay to allow them. We don't have to fight. This isn't a fighting process. And this isn't, a fleeing process or a freezing process. We're regulating. We're regulating ourselves and pushing ourselves in new directions, training ourselves differently. Okay, so I hope these videos have been helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.